Enalapril for dogs, vet approved for heart health and blood flow. Enalapril for dogs is a prescription medication used to treat various cardiac conditions in pets. It is primarily designated for canine use to improve heart health and overall blood flow. However, some vets may approve the drug for felines with heart conditions as well. At avenuedogs.com, we're dedicated to providing up-to-date information on all things dog health related. Today, we'll give you the rundown on Enalapril for dogs, including its uses, potential downfalls, and everything in between. So, without further ado, let's get started. Top 16 FAQs for Enalapril for dogs. Enalapril for dogs is an effective medication that your veterinarian may prescribe for improving canine heart health. It's helped countless dogs improve their overall quality of life. But, is Enalapril suitable for all dogs? And more importantly, is it suitable for your dog? You've got questions. We've got the answers. Before we get too deep into the medication, we'll take a quick look at some of the most commonly asked questions. Afterward, if you think Enalapril for dogs might be a good fit for your pup, we encourage you to talk to your vet in more detail. Number 1. What is Enalapril for dogs? Enalapril for dogs is an ACE inhibitor medication primarily used to treat heart failure and high blood pressure in our canine pals. Enalapril may also be prescribed for kidney diseases. Number 2. What are the side effects of Enalapril for dogs? Enalapril for dogs can cause side effects like vomiting, diarrhea, loss of appetite, and lethargy. Some dogs might also experience a dry cough or kidney dysfunction. Number 3. How is the dosage of Enalapril for dogs determined? The dosage of Enalapril for dogs is typically based on the dog's weight and the condition being treated. Always follow the vet's prescription. Number 4. Should Enalapril for dogs be given with or without food? Enalapril for dogs can be given with or without food. However, giving it with food can help reduce the risk of stomach upset. Number 5. Is Enalapril for dogs used for heart murmurs? Yes, Enalapril for dogs is often prescribed to treat heart murmurs and other cardiac conditions. Number 6. What does Enalapril for dogs actually do? Enalapril for dogs helps dilate blood vessels, reducing the workload on the heart and lowering blood pressure. Number 7. What are the primary uses of Enalapril for dogs? The primary uses of Enalapril for dogs include treating heart failure, high blood pressure, and certain kidney diseases. Number 8. How does Enalapril for dogs work in treating heart conditions? Enalapril for dogs works by inhibiting enzymes that constrict blood vessels, allowing the vessels to relax and improve blood flow. Number 9. Are there different dosages, like 10 megagrams or 20 megagrams of Enalapril for dogs? Yes, Enalapril for dogs comes in various dosages, including 2.5 milligrams, 5 milligrams, 10 milligrams, and 20 milligrams. The right dosage depends on the dog's condition and weight. Your vet will be able to prescribe the correct dosage. Number 10. How long does it take for Enalapril for dogs to start working? Enalapril for dogs usually starts showing effects within a few hours, but the full benefits might take a few weeks. Number 11. Can humans take Enalapril meant for dogs? No, Enalapril for dogs is formulated for canine use. Humans should only take medications prescribed for them. Number 12. How often should I give Enalapril to my dog? Typically, Enalapril for dogs is given once or twice daily, but always follow your vet's recommendation. Number 13. Can Enalapril for dogs be crushed if my dog refuses to take it? Yes, Enalapril for dogs can usually be crushed and mixed with food, but always check with your vet first. Number 14. What happens if I miss giving a dose of Enalapril to my dog? If you miss a dose of Enalapril for dogs, give it as soon as you remember. If it's close to the next dose, skip the missed one. Number 15. Are there any drug interactions I should be aware of with Enalapril for dogs? Yes, Enalapril for dogs can interact with certain medications like diuretics and NSAIDs. Always inform your vet of all medications your dog is taking. Number 16. Can Enalapril for dogs be used for kidney diseases? Yes, Enalapril for dogs can be prescribed for certain kidney conditions as it helps reduce protein loss in urine. Now that we know a little more about Enalapril for dogs and its uses, let's take a more in-depth look at the prescription medication. As always, we encourage you to have an open dialogue with your vet when it comes to adding any medication into your pet's routine. What is Enalapril for dogs? Enalapril for dogs is a medication primarily used to treat heart failure, high blood pressure, hypertension, and certain kidney diseases. It's an ACE inhibitor, which stands for angiotensin-converting enzyme inhibitor. In simpler terms, enalapril helps relax and widen blood vessels, making it easier for the heart to pump blood throughout the body. This can lead to improved heart function and reduced blood pressure. While it was originally designed for humans, veterinarians found it beneficial for our canine friends facing similar health challenges. What does Enalapril for dogs do? Enalapril for dogs works its magic in a few key ways. Dilates blood vessels. It helps to relax and widen the blood vessels. This means the heart doesn't have to work as hard to pump blood, leading to decreased blood pressure. Reduces fluid buildup. By improving heart function, enalapril can help reduce the accumulation of fluid in the lungs and other parts of the body, a condition often seen in heart failure. Protects the kidneys. Enalapril can also reduce protein loss in the urine and decrease blood pressure within the kidneys. This can be especially beneficial for dogs with certain kidney conditions. In essence, Enalapril for dogs acts like a support system, ensuring the heart and kidneys function more efficiently and helping our furry pals lead a healthier life. How does Enalapril for dogs work? Enalapril for dogs taps into the body's chemistry to make a difference. Here's a friendly breakdown. ACE inhibition. Enalapril is an ACE inhibitor. ACE stands for angiotensin-converting enzyme. This enzyme plays a role in producing a substance called angiotensin II, which causes blood vessels to narrow and promotes the release of another substance called aldosterone that leads to water retention. Vessel relaxation. By inhibiting ACE, enalapril reduces the production of angiotensin II. This means blood vessels can relax and widen, leading to a drop in blood pressure. Decreased fluid retention. With less aldosterone being produced, the body doesn't hold onto as much salt and water. This helps reduce fluid buildup, especially beneficial for dogs with heart failure. So, when you think of Enalapril for dogs, imagine it as a mediator that calms down certain reactions in the body, ensuring the heart and blood vessels work in harmony. Enalapril dosage for dogs. The enalapril dosage for dogs can vary based on the specific condition being treated and the individual dog's weight and health. However, here's a general guideline. Heart failure. Typically, the dosage ranges from 0.25 to 0.5 mg per kilogram (kg) of the dog's body weight. This is given once a day or divided into 2 doses. Chronic kidney disease. The dosage might be on the lower end, starting at around 0.25 mg per kilogram, given once daily. Hypertension. The usual dose is around 0.5 mg per kilogram, given once daily. It's essential to note that these are general guidelines. The exact dosage should be determined by a veterinarian based on the dog's specific needs. Always ensure you're using the prescribed amount of enalapril for dogs and monitor for any changes in their health or behavior. Remember, it's all about finding the right balance to help your pup thrive. How is enalapril for dogs administered? Administering enalapril for dogs is pretty straightforward. Enalapril for dogs is typically available in 2 main forms. Tablets. These are the most common form. They can be given directly by mouth or hidden in a treat or food if your dog is a bit fussy. Some pet parents even use pill pockets to make the process smoother. Oral liquid. An oral liquid form can be used for dogs that might have difficulty swallowing tablets or for more precise dosing in smaller breeds. A dropper or syringe can be administered directly into the dog's mouth. When calculating enalapril dosage for dogs, it's a good idea to stick to a consistent schedule and monitor your dog. Always ensure they've swallowed the medication and aren't showing any immediate adverse reactions. Whether it's a tablet or liquid, the key is to make it as stress-free and routine as possible for both you and your furry friend. What if I miss a dose of enalapril for dogs? Oops, it happens to the best of us. If you miss giving a dose of Enalapril for dogs, administer it as soon as you remember. If it's close to the time for the next dose, skip the missed dose and go back to your regular schedule. Don't double up or give extra medication to make up for the missed dose. Stay calm, missing a single dose isn't the end of the world. However, consistency is key for the medication to work effectively, so try to ensure it doesn't become a regular occurrence. Set a reminder. To prevent future missed doses, consider setting an alarm or reminder on your phone or using a medication tracker. Remember, Enalapril for dogs works best when it's given consistently. If you're ever unsure about what to do after missing a dose, or if you've missed multiple doses, it's a good idea to touch base with your veterinarian just to be on the safe side. Does Enalapril for dogs require a prescription? Yes, Enalapril for dogs does require a prescription. This ensures that the medication is appropriate for the dog's condition and that the dosage is tailored to the individual dog's weight and health status. What alternatives are there for Enalapril for dogs? There are several alternatives to Enalapril for dogs, especially when it comes to treating heart failure, hypertension, or kidney issues. Some of these include benazepril, Lotensin, another ACE inhibitor similar to Enalapril. It's used for both heart failure and kidney disease in dogs. Captopril, an earlier generation ACE inhibitor. It's less commonly used nowadays due to its shorter duration of action and the need for more frequent dosing. Lisinopril, yet another ACE inhibitor, it's occasionally used in veterinary medicine for similar purposes as Enalapril. Vetmedin, pimobendan, specifically for heart failure, this medication helps the heart pump more efficiently. It's not an ACE inhibitor but works in a different way to support the heart. Amlodipine, used primarily for hypertension in dogs, it's a calcium channel blocker that helps relax blood vessels. Remember, while these are alternatives to Enalapril for dogs, the best medication for your dog depends on their specific condition and needs. Discussing with your veterinarian is essential to determine the most suitable treatment option. When will you see results from Enalapril for dogs? When you start giving Enalapril to your dog, the timeline for seeing results can vary based on the specific condition being treated and the individual dog's response. Here's a general idea. Immediate effects. Within a few hours of administering Enalapril for dogs, there's usually a decrease in blood pressure due to the dilation of blood vessels. However, you might not notice this outwardly. Short-term results. Within a few days to a week, you might observe improvements in symptoms related to heart failure, such as reduced coughing, increased energy, or decreased fluid retention. Long-term benefits. For conditions like chronic kidney disease, the benefits of Enalapril might be more subtle and long-term. Over weeks to months, it can help slow the progression of the disease and improve overall kidney function. It's essential to keep an eye on your dog and note any positive changes or potential side effects. Regular checkups with your veterinarian will also help monitor the medication's effectiveness and make any necessary adjustments. While Enalapril for dogs starts working internally quite quickly, the visible results can range from days to weeks, depending on the situation. Enalapril for dog side effects. While Enalapril for dogs offers many benefits, being aware of side effects ensures your pup stays happy and healthy. Here's a rundown of potential Enalapril for dog side effects. Decreased appetite. Some dogs might eat less than usual. Vomiting or diarrhea, gastrointestinal upset can occasionally occur. Lethargy. Your dog might seem more tired or less active than usual. Cough. A persistent dry cough can sometimes develop. Dizziness or fainting. Due to a drop in blood pressure, some dogs might seem unsteady or even faint. Elevated blood urea nitrogen, BUN, or serum creatinine. These are indicators of kidney function and might rise, signaling potential kidney issues. Hyperkalemia, elevated levels of potassium in the blood. Low white blood cell count. This can make dogs more susceptible to infections. Monitoring your dog closely after starting Enalapril or any new medication is crucial. If you notice any of these Enalapril for dog side effects, it's a good idea to consult with your veterinarian. They can provide guidance on whether to adjust the dosage or consider alternative treatments. Long-term side effects of enalapril in dogs. Using enalapril for dogs over an extended period can lead to some long-term side effects. Long-term side effects of enalapril in dogs are typically rare, however, they can occur. Here's what you might want to be aware of. Kidney dysfunction. While enalapril can be beneficial for some kidney conditions, long-term use in some dogs might lead to decreased kidney function. Regular blood tests can help monitor kidney health. Electrolyte imbalances. Chronic use can sometimes result in imbalances, especially elevated potassium levels, hyperkalemia, which can affect heart function. Decreased blood cell counts. Over time, enalapril might lead to a reduction in certain blood cells, making dogs more prone to infections or bleeding. Gum overgrowth, a rarer side effect. Some dogs might experience gingival hyperplasia, where the gums grow over the teeth. Chronic cough. Some dogs might develop a persistent cough that doesn't go away. It's essential to have regular checkups with your veterinarian when your dog is on enalapril for the long haul. As always, if you start to see any long-term side effects of enalapril in dogs, speak with your veterinarian as soon as you begin to notice them. Are there any risk factors for enalapril for dogs? Yes, there are certain risk factors that might make enalapril less suitable or require careful monitoring for some dogs. Here's a friendly heads up. Pre-existing kidney disease. While enalapril can be beneficial for some kidney conditions, dogs with significant kidney dysfunction might be at a higher risk for further kidney damage. Pregnancy. Enalapril for dogs can potentially harm unborn puppies. If your dog is pregnant or you're considering breeding, it's essential to discuss this with your veterinarian. Hyponatremia. Dogs with low sodium levels might be at a higher risk of experiencing side effects from enalapril. Hyperkalemia. Dogs with elevated potassium levels should be monitored closely, as enalapril can further increase potassium in the blood. Concurrent medications. If your dog is on other medications, especially diuretics like furosemide or potassium supplements, there's a potential for interactions. Heart conditions. While enalapril is used to treat certain heart conditions, dogs with specific issues, like aortic stenosis, might not be ideal candidates. If your dog falls into any of these categories, it doesn't necessarily mean they can't take enalapril. It just means you and your veterinarian need to weigh the benefits against the potential risks. Are there any drug interactions with enalapril for dogs? Yes, there are several medications that can interact with enalapril for dogs. Here's a quick overview. Diuretics, medications like furosemide, Lasix, can increase the risk of low blood pressure and kidney dysfunction when combined with enalapril. Potassium supplements. Enalapril can elevate potassium levels. Combining it with potassium supplements might lead to dangerously high potassium levels, hyperkalemia. NSAIDs, nonsteroidal anti-inflammatory drugs like carprofen or meloxicam, can reduce the effectiveness of enalapril and increase the risk of kidney problems. Other blood pressure medications. Combining enalapril with other drugs that lower blood pressure can lead to excessively low blood pressure. Gold salts, used in some treatments for arthritis, these can increase the risk of side effects when combined with enalapril. Aspirin, even at low doses, aspirin can interact with enalapril, potentially leading to kidney problems. If your dog is on any other medications or supplements, it's crucial to inform your veterinarian. They can assess the potential for interactions and make the best recommendations for your dog's health. Awareness of these interactions ensures that enalapril for dogs works harmoniously with any other treatments your pup might receive. How to store enalapril for dogs. Storing enalapril for dogs correctly is essential to maintain its effectiveness and safety. Here's a simple guide. Cool and dry place. Store enalapril tablets in a cool, dry place, away from direct sunlight. Room temperature, typically between 68 degrees Fahrenheit to 77 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius, is ideal. Original container. Keep the medication in its original container with the lid tightly closed. This ensures you always have the dosage and expiration information on hand. Away from kids and pets. Like all medications, enalapril for dogs should be kept out of reach of children and other pets to prevent accidental ingestion. Avoid moisture. If your enalapril comes with a desiccant packet, those little packets that absorb moisture, leave it in the bottle. It helps keep the pills dry. Oral liquid form. If you have enalapril in liquid form, follow the storage instructions on the label. Some might require refrigeration, while others are fine at room temperature. Check expiry. Regularly check the expiration date and dispose of any expired medication properly. By ensuring proper storage, you're making sure that Enalapril for dogs remains effective and safe for your furry friend. It's a small step that can make a big difference in your dog's health journey. Is Enalapril for dogs safe for all dogs? Enalapril for dogs is generally safe when prescribed by a veterinarian and used as directed. However, it might not be suitable for all dogs due to certain conditions or circumstances. Here are some considerations. Pregnant or nursing dogs, enalapril can potentially harm unborn puppies or affect nursing pups. It's best to avoid or use with caution in pregnant or lactating dogs. Dogs with pre-existing kidney disease. While enalapril can help certain kidney conditions, dogs with significant kidney dysfunction might be at a higher risk for further kidney damage. Dogs with electrolyte imbalances. Dogs with conditions like hyponatremia, low sodium, or hyperkalemia, high potassium, might be at a higher risk of experiencing side effects. Certain heart conditions. Dogs with specific heart issues, such as aortic stenosis, might need careful monitoring or might not be ideal candidates for enalapril. Allergic reactions. Like any medication, some dogs might be allergic to enalapril. Signs of an allergic reaction include itching, swelling, difficulty breathing, or hives. It's essential to have a thorough discussion with your veterinarian about your dog's overall health and any pre-existing conditions. While enalapril for dogs offers many benefits, ensuring it's the right fit for your pup is crucial for their well-being. Enalapril for dogs reviews. Enalapril has a total of 140 reviews on a leading pet prescription website, with a 4.5 out of 5 star rating. Let's check out just a few of the Enalapril for dogs reviews. Jennifer, Cocker Spaniel. Jennifer's pup has congestive heart failure and is on enalapril and pimobendan. Health is stable. Celeste, Yorkie/Australian Shepherd mix. Celeste's little buddy had respiratory/cardiac failure due to undetected mitral valve insufficiency and significant cardiac enlargement. Enalapril improved energy, recovery time, and stamina. Paul, Chihuahua. Paul's dog, Maggie, is elderly and has been on enalapril for 3 years. Symptoms have reduced, and her life has been prolonged with medication and diet. Still active for a 15-year-old Chihuahua. Robert, toy poodle. Robert's lil pup, Rachel, developed a cough after exertion. Enalapril reduced most of her coughing. She now has more energy and enjoys life more. Most enalapril for dogs reviews are positive, highlighting the medication's effectiveness in managing various heart-related symptoms and improving the quality of life for these pups. If you're considering enalapril for your dog, these testimonials suggest that it could be a beneficial addition to their health regimen. Always consult with your veterinarian to ensure it's the right fit for your furry friend. Final thoughts on enalapril for dogs. Enalapril for dogs can be the ideal treatment for many dogs with cardiac conditions, including heart failure, high blood pressure, and kidney disease. However, there are some drawbacks to the medication that are definitely worth considering. If you've thoroughly read through this article and still think enalapril for dogs could be a good fit for your pup, we encourage you to talk more with your veterinarian. They'll be able to guide you on the correct enalapril dosage for dogs based on your pup's individual needs.